I'm talking to Bobby Lee.
I don't know how to put this on, man.
It should. Oh, they're fine.
there
There you go. Put those on. Can you hear yourself?
Yeah.
It's good, right?
Yeah, it's nice. Technology.
So Bobby Lee just got here,
Yeah.
and he walked in and he said, I said, have you listened to the show? And you said...
I said it's got good numbers.
You said you heard it's got good numbers.
Yeah.
So you never listened to the show.
Well, it's like, I mean, I've done other podcasts, like, I sometimes do Corolla.
Uh-huh.
It's not like I listen to it.
I understand. I'm not...
You know
I'm
what I mean?
not,
It's like, I'm a fan of you. I like you.
I'm not judging you. I mean, who's got time?
Well, I just sometimes, because I don't know, there's a relationship that I have with you that I have with no other. which is it's like, I don't know what it is. It's like, I adore you, but then, you know, I feel like sometimes you don't like me.
What did that look like? Same is basically the same thing you're doing now? Or?
What do you mean?
I mean, what jokes?
See, this is exactly why I had a fear I have fears.
You don't have to have fears. I'm just
No.
I'm busting your balls
Because that's the thing though that
every time.
But Mark, that's the thing though that, you know what I mean? Whenever I see you,
It happens.
Because the thing is that, you know, I've seen your specials, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
even before I did stand up, I was aware of you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was a fan. And the thing is that, so there is that thing, you know what I mean?
Well, let me just tell you one thing.
Yeah.
I always enjoy watching you. And the only reason I bust your balls with that particular thing, and it's always the same thing, is because I know you bust your own balls about writing new jokes. So it's the only reason that I bust your balls, because you always say you're going to try some new stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, about 80%.
But I have lately.
I know, but 80% of the time you don't, and you get off and you look at me knowing that I'm thinking what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And that's really the only tension.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, I have nothing but good thoughts about you, and I want you to do well. And
But I think you have a thing though with when people are trying to get the audience to like them, like in terms of being like trying to be too likable or too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's I want people to like me so badly on stage.
Yeah.
That I think that you don't like that about me.
No, I do like it and I understand it. But I believe that you're one of those guys that you're so naturally funny. There's very few things. It would be hard for you not to be funny up there. Been sitting around all day. Are you able to generalize it all?
Well, I just know certain markets that I can't play really. Miami,
like what?
Miami.
Why?
Because it's beach ethnic people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the weird, it's like all different types of ethnicities, but it's about 19 different types
but
of
they all
Latino.
kind of, because of the sun though, you know, they all kind of look the same, you know what I mean? And they have no etiquette whatsoever, I think, when it comes to shows.
Well, it's like that party vibe. It's just a big party down there.
It's awful.
I don't understand how people have a good time in general. And when they're out there, like, just, it looks like there's groups of them and they've had a great day.
Yeah.
I mean, who the fuck
I performed on a Friday night second show in Miami, and literally a couple was dancing halfway during my set. Like, standing up, dancing. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't know what to do with this.
Spontaneously? I mean,
I don't know. Maybe they were dancing the whole time. I mean, I wasn't aware that they were.
Was there music?
No, there's no music. You know what I mean? But my performance was so bad that because they want the Gary Owens. You know who Gary Owens is?
Was he?
He's a white, but he's black guy.
No.
There's a white guy who I'm friends with. He huge in the urban market. And he does the ghetto kind of like, he's black. Right. And they just eat that up, really.
But your stuff is pretty thoughtful. I mean, where you grew up on the beach?
What?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in San Diego, but not on the beach.
I thought that was the beach.
No, I grew up in Poway, which is like 35 minutes inland. Oh, whenever I brought girls over, he would tell that story. Like, when Bobby was a little kid, he was molested by a retarded person. You know?
Every day.
Yeah, every day, yeah.
I love that.
He was just, not even hello or like get into like, who are you? That's like his opening line. You know what I mean? And he thought it was hilarious. Like, how could he let the guy do that to him? You know? But anyway, I was molested by this guy, right? And ever since, so
when
that
you were 17?
No, when I was 9-ish.
Okay, I was going to say 17.
So then
a little
that happened in Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
And then we moved to San Diego. And then as soon as I got to San Diego, I was just lost. I couldn't get good grades, and Asians really want you to have good grades.
And you think it was because of the molestation?
I don't know. I think it was I was born wrong. You know what I mean?
But how did? Let's if you don't mind, who was this retarded guy?
I don't know.
Why were you there?
Well, in Minnesota, I lived in Edina, and during the summers, there's ice skating rinks that are outside.
Right.
But during the summer, they're like grass, just fields of grass, right? So there was one by my house that had this guy with Down syndrome who mowed the lawn. You know what I mean? During the summers, right? And he had a shack, which he lived in. Like, it was a single bed.
Right.
And he had all these rafters in this shack.
Right.
And he had candy up there.
Yeah.
And I guess he would lure kids in. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like he stuck his finger. Can you get, how detailed can you?
As detailed as you want.
Well, it's not like he fucked, had sex with you. You know what I mean? But he would fondle your genitals and stuff like that. But I went there for the candy. You know what I mean? And I went.
You got so much more.
I got so much more. Yeah. Yeah, it was a fiesta. But the thing is that I would keep coming back for the candy because I didn't care about the
genital.
I think that's where my addiction started, maybe.
Oh, so I see. So the shame of it was like as you got older, that to sort of try to reconcile this idea that you would keep going back for candy, even though this mentally disabled person would play with your balls. It caused you a little shattering in the sense of.
But
self.
I think it's even deeper than that. I think it's just that I just want this fix, you know what I mean? And I'll do anything I can. And I don't care what the consequences are.
Right.
I just want what I want.
So when you got to San Diego, you were lost?
I turned into meth.
Really?
Yeah.
So, all right. So how long before you got Mad TV? So you started when you were 23 and you did the Make Me Laugh in what? Like within 2 years?
You're very good at this.
What?
Just this whole process.
Oh. Well, thanks.
You're on it.
Well, no, we're just having a conversation, and I'm getting to know you. I don't know that much about you, and it's always so weird and tense. And I've been sort of addicted to you only because you're cute and you respond just the way I want you to. You get all weird and squirrely.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Okay,
but I won't do it anymore. But
Mark, you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean?
But there's been a couple times where you're like, I don't have to deal with this anymore. Like you literally said to me, like, I'm not going to fucking. You got mad at me, like I heard you.
Yeah, because I know. I mean, you come from. I know. I mean, I don't know you a great deal, but I know enough to know that you're a good guy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's like, that's that.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like I've been reading up on this shit because like I'm recently hitting some other sort of bottom with relationships, like Al-Anon and shit, and codependency, and like just what a freak I am. But like, there's this thing that people do. That are like you're insecure or want to take control of a dynamic very quickly. Yeah. And that's sort of like take a little shot to put the other person on the defensive. And basically it's breaking through your boundaries. When I do that to you, when I say sort of like any new stuff, like I'm like inside your head like immediately.
Because
like,
you're good in that way.
Yeah, I know, but it's not a great talent to have. I mean, it's not like some sort of gift.
I know, but I know what you're doing now. You know what I mean? In the beginning, I didn't know. I go, but I just had a conversation with Mark that was very pleasant last week. and then he comes in and he says something like, you're a strong feature or something like, whatever you might say. You know what I mean?
That's such an ass.
And then you're like, oh.
Why'd he hurt me?
So what happened was Fox gave me intervention. They told me, we're going to give you one shot. We wrote this, the writers wrote you a sketch, a Connie Chung sketch. Yeah. Can you clean up so we can do this sketch? Yeah. So 2 days before.
Do you think they knew that the reason why you were fucking self-destructing was you weren't being used? Like, and then
it was a combination of a lot of things.
But all of a sudden you get a sketch on the condition of cleaning up? Was that?
But they were trying to do me. But at that point it was too late. And also I'm done. I'm lost. Yeah. I don't even know who I am at this point. You know what I mean? I'm fucking sad, bro. Yeah. So I on a Thursday, Duncan Trussell, you know Duncan? Yeah. And at the time, he was dating this girl named Stephanie Escajeda.
I know Escajeda too, yeah.
So they come to my house in Silver Lake, and Duncan wants my Vicodin. Because I tell him, I got to get rid of this because I'm just shooting a sketch tomorrow. So he takes my Vicodin. They make me a fish dinner because I hadn't eaten in days. You know what I mean? I eat this. I wake up the next day, and I'm not feeling right. Like I'm shitting myself, right? So I take some Imodium AD, right? I show up to work. And And I'm fine now.
Yeah.
Right? I'm shaking a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm sweating cold sweats.
Yeah.
But I'm fine.
Yeah.
I can do this. I memorized my lines. So they put the Connie Chung makeup on my face.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm fine. This is good. Right? I'm going to kill it. Right?
Yeah.
They put me in the dress.
Yeah.
Right? I show up at the set, live studio audience.
Yeah.
Right? And Ari Spears is in the sketch next to me.
Yeah.
Right? He's playing, I don't know, some black rapper or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And I hear, and now I feel not right when I'm on the set.
Yeah.
Like I feel my organs, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Punching each other.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm sweating.
Yeah.
And I'm shaking. Like I've never, I mean,
You
like,
withdrawal.
I'm withdrawing.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden they say, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action. The lights turn on in the studio. I see 350 people.
Yeah.
Cameras.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you can already tell something's wrong.
Yeah.
Because my eyes are crossed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
And my face is so wet from moisture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So then I go, good evening. Right?
Yeah.
I'm Connie. Right? And as I say Connie, just my asshole opens up and it just sprays shit all down my stockings. Right? So, good evening, you know, and you could shh. Ari Spears goes, oh, motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like he smells it.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as soon as I hear, oh, motherfucker, they cut. It's the wardrobe coming, producers.
Oh my God.
Right? And now the poor wardrobe ladies have to wipe with these wet naps, my soiled stockings.
Yeah.
And Dick Lasucci, the executive producer, walks up and he's screaming at me.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it! You're gonna finish this! Right? This 3-minute sketch took an hour and a half to film. I mean, that in spite of how sick I was.
And how long did it stink?
It just kept coming out, but they stopped. It stunk the whole time. What are you talking about? It was awful.
That is one of the worst fucking stories I've ever heard in my life.
So this is what happens.
Yeah.
After the show,
Yeah.
I'm shaking.
Yeah.
And I'm packing my dressing room because it's the last show, right? And no one says goodbye to me. Everyone knows that I'm done. Would you do it now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
like,
think you'd be great on that show.
yeah, I mean, if I'm given topics, I can generate.
Yeah. You can totally do it.
Oh, should I?
I think you should.
Put in a good word for me.
I will.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try it if they want
I
me
think.
to.
I think they're obviously aware of you, and I think that you should. I mean, dude, you think I sit there with Dove David. Some Dove does it sometimes, and it's kind of tough. You know what I mean? I don't know about pop culture.
Yeah, me neither. I barely know who you are.
Yeah, I know. I don't know who I am. You know what I mean? There you go. That's the thing that you do. I love it.